did good, not gonna lie. I ate like 2 cashews, but like once the day went on, I got less and less hungry, so that's pretty good. But I did train my body for months, years really. Just doing a lot of intermittent fasting and eating once a day and stuff like that. But so it's been pretty good so far. I do not have any complaints. Really just getting into the word, not just like prayer and scriptures, but also just like motivation. Just, you know, things to keep me going. And over the years, I've just been feeling like it's been like humiliating. Like I was just watching something not too long ago, which just confirmed everything I was thinking. Like, oh, you're going through like a humiliation, and it's like we're considered little people, so why would I be going through a humiliation ritual? You know, why would I be going through something in front of others to be humiliated? Like, I mean, obviously, I think I'm the great I am, but you know, amongst others, I'm very, very humble, and you know, I just didn't expect that feeling. And then to top it off, it all started in 2020, right when COVID was like a huge thing. So, and usually it don't hit that hard. Like we've had the flu, we've had H1N1, we've had the bird flu, like all this bullshit. But for some reason, it just hit way harder. Also going through like quarter life crisis and just like not being where I want to be in life, and questioning everything, questioning God, questioning everybody, really. Because we were all under a spell once, and everybody you know was under that spell too, and they just kind of dwelled in it. They didn't really see change as like an option. So yeah, that hit me hard. And just being around people. Yo, look at this man. I be telling people, he is not he really loves oil, so that's why he's acting crazy. But yeah, and so basically breaking down personally, like, why would people feel the need to constantly humiliate me or talk bad or say things about me that aren't true? Like, obviously you don't know me. And great thing I walked with God and I knew myself, because if I didn't, oh my God, I would have probably unalived myself. Not gonna lie. It was that bad. But by the grace, stuck it through. I mean, went through life, you know, and did it, and just didn't make any excuses, didn't complain, just went through life. Like, all that people go through with nobody's hand to hold, with nobody's shoulder to cry on, but God, it's really different, and it make you different, and it make you see life and people different, and it make you work different. It makes you listen different. It makes you eat different. It makes you just simply be. And I'm definitely gonna find some clips and show y'all. Not to be, because in my mind, like, I was living which I was, don't get it twisted, because I was also eating very well. I was doing all the basic things you need to be a happy human. Like, I was doing that in that time frame, but I also mentally was like through. And I don't like go around telling people that, because I never claimed depression, anxiety. I don't claim that. And I'm not ever going to. It was a moment in time, and I feel like I've overcome that. And there's always going to be something that we have to overcome. But in those moments, it just felt like people were being cruel for no reason. Like, it's hilarious to me, because these are people that I've probably known my whole life, or just didn't really know like that, but never had any ill intentions. Like, I'm not a person who moves with ill intentions. So yeah. And this is just going to be like part one of like all of that, but this is really just breaking down my first fasting day and just like reflecting on everything. And I'm gonna do 3 days. Honestly, I don't know how I feel. I probably will do the whole week, because at this rate, feeling pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, I was a little bit sleepy earlier, but drinking my teas and my waters and like, you know, feeling pretty good. So yeah. I always want to leave y'all with like spiritual goodness and wholesomeness and delicatessens, if you will. And just, I hate when people say fake it till you make it, because what are we faking? I'm not here to fake nothing. I ain't never fake nothing. Don't plan on faking anything. Everything I do is very much genuine. If I with you, I with you. And if I don't, you definitely gonna feel it. So, you know, that all comes with like remaining humble and just knowing self, loving self first. And just really like diving into me, because who else is gonna do it? Seriously. Because like I said, like being that humiliated, or being with a person in a relationship and they just constantly humiliate you, their family is like, we don't care about this girl. Like, we're not saving her. We know what's going on. We don't care. And it's like, you wonder why I always am mad. I always have an attitude and no one cares. So I had to like really step back and be like, dang, like I did that to myself. Like, I literally kept going back to situations that did not serve me at all, knowing that of my greatest good and who I am, unstoppable. I walk with the Most High, and the Most High is within me as well. So I say all that to say, faith it till you make it. Don't fake it. Faith it. Because, I mean, without it, because me personally, without it, I didn't have anything. And when I had faith, I had it all. So, faith it till you make it, y'all. End of day one. Let's get it. And here's to the end of day 2, because your girl's about to go lay down. But so far, what a journey. What a journey. Oh. Pipe down. But wow, okay, day 2. So the beginning of my day was great. I felt amazing when I woke up. I decided to take some vitamin D, which I need to be taking all the time, because I have terrible vitamin D. My bones be just a cracking and shit. So yeah, took that shit, immediately puked. I was done for the day. Why did I do that? I don't know. Why did I do that? I don't know. But I did it. And
I had to eat me a chip or two and a piece of bread. I did. I ate it. I did it. But that's okay. That's okay. The rest of the day I finished off with some fruits. I went and burned that little bread off as if I never ate it. I walked for a good hour and a half to the grocery store to get my fruits. And yeah, so I'll be okay. But yeah, I know now not to ever do that again, and not to deter me from my fasting goals. But I set out to do 3 days. That was mentally where I was at, just because I intermittent fast every single day anyway. So I figured it would be a piece of cake, and it really has been. Honestly, it's been a piece of cake. No headaches, no feeling like I've gotten withdrawals. If anything, just getting closer to God and getting closer to my creativity and getting closer to myself. And yeah, people out of the woodworks. And I'm just noticing how many people are really, now it's like what happened years ago is happening now to other people. So it's kind of crazy. But all in all, like, you know, it's life. And we're living in a different world where stuff like that, like these weird, I guess I could say supernatural. I don't want to take it to supernatural. It's bigger than that. But these things are happening now, as we can see with like the fires in Cali and all this stuff. So it's definitely been an interesting ride so far. Honestly, I'm just like on this natural like vibe and like high. And I can't explain it. I won't be able to explain it. And I wish that I was one of those people who kind of not did tarot or anything, but like was able to give a prophetic word. But also I'm still working on my throat chakra. I just don't feel like, because I've been very quiet all of my life, not something that comes easily to me to just speak. That's why I write music and I sing, because there is where I can release those inhibitions, if you will. And yeah, I mean, this journey is crazy. Like I can't even, like the old me would, I don't know, like the old me wouldn't have even gotten this far. Let's keep it a buck. I was so heavy smoking. I smoked every day, all day for a really long time. And a lot of people didn't even really know that I smoked for real, because I don't look like it. But I personally could always tell, because one of my eyes would like be getting smaller, and like it would just be like weird. Like when I take a picture and smile, like now my eyes are like chinky, both of them, but one of them would be like chinky, one of them would be like, I don't know, it's crazy. But I noticed that and I was like, it's not cute. It's also not cute for my lungs, and it's not cute for my body. And then I just, at some point after like the high wore off and I had to keep getting high, I got lazy. I stopped caring about myself, about my craft, about what I truly loved since I was a kid. And a lot of what kept me is those memories of that childlike love for music that childlike love for everything. Like, I have no ill intention in my heart. Even though people have done me so wrong, it's still a part of me. It's just like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to take it this far. I don't want to take it to a place where it shouldn't have to go. I don't want to, you know, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with that. All I know is that that's what kept me. It kept me whole, sane, even though you can say I lost my mind, but I don't really think I did. Because the entire time I was aware, and I made it very much clear how aware I was. And I was hurt. I was in pain. You know, I just hated everybody. Like, it's crazy what anger can do to you, what rage can do to you. And that kind of goes back to touch on the topic of the first part of, or yesterday, my day one, which was like getting confirmation of being humiliated. Even though I didn't feel like I was being humiliated because I didn't care, because I was in my childlike energy. And if people knew me from when I was a child, then you would know, like, this is who I am. Like, I'm gonna bust out and dance. I'm gonna bust out in song. You know, I'm just going to do that because that's what's on my spirit. That's what be on my heart. And before, during the time where I was smoking and drinking and trying different drugs and pills, and like, in my mind I was like, you know, like, I'm doing psychedelics, like, it's not bad, like, everything's fine. But really, in reality, like, once you keep doing something so much, it becomes a problem. And that's why I had to really reflect on, because it wasn't okay. And I'm being my own therapist right now because I hate therapists. I hated going to a stranger and busting out in tears because they don't even know, or they can't possibly understand how I'm feeling right now. Like, it may seem so minuscule, but when you're a young girl, and then especially a girl like me, who worked hard, hustled hard, who was taught to work for everything she had and got, and then all you want is love, like, at the end of the day. And at this time I was working 2 jobs, you know, just doing my thing. And I just was like, I want to be in love. Like, I wanted that. I had no business wanting or needing anything. I had money, I had a car, and I had a place over my head, and I was able to do whatever I wanted. And I should have stuck with that, and I should have stuck with, you know, my creativity. But within the journey of that, and bringing me back to it, because God was like, you know what, you probably aren't ready for what I want you to be ready for yet. And that's fine. I wasn't. If he would have gave it to me then, I would have messed up. I would have fumbled the ball. And I don't want to fumble the ball. I want to play. I want to play the game. And I want to win. And I want to win time and time and time and time again. And that comes with major discipline. It comes with major changes. And I started this journey with tiny changes. I did. Because that's how you start. You got to start somewhere. And within that start, giving up, starting over, is part of the start. But I also got so tired of starting over. So once I hit my final straw and final breakthrough, I was like, yeah, like, girl, get it together. Because what? I mean, and it don't be anything so extravagant or so unorthodox or, you know, it be your basic things. And I just had a mindset like, nah, I could do it all. Like, I can do whatever I want. Like, and granted, I can. But with discipline comes major changes. And that's where I'm headed. So day 2 was like crazy energy, I guess you could say. And then to top it off, yesterday was actually a full moon, which didn't even register in my mind until I went outside. And then I was listening to a video, because even during my fasting, I'm listening to the word, I'm listening to encouraging words, I'm listening to foreshadows, if you will, and, you know, just listening, and then putting all that energy back into what I love to do, back into me, whether it's just sitting in the tub or getting on live or cooking myself a really good meal, because at the end of the day, I deserve it. And I don't deserve to hurt and to have to fight for something that should be so effortless. And so that's a lot of what I'm learning right now, which I've learned and I've learned and I've learned. And in those lessons, you just do. So yeah, that is part 2 of the humiliation. That a lot of it was caught on camera personally, but like, in my point of view, I wasn't humiliated. There were just moments that happened in that time frame, which was extremely humiliating. And that rage and anger only took me out of rage and anger, because if I would have stayed in rage and anger, I would probably not be able to tell y'all the story, to tell y'all my life story, or even just that moment of my life, not even my whole story, just that moment which led me to this moment here. So yeah, that's my day 2, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all for the closing tomorrow. And you know, even though tomorrow's the last day of the fast, I probably will be doing this every week for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks or so. So yeah, I feel amazing. Even though I threw up earlier today and I had to take a nap, I feel great. Also, I told Facebook, but I didn't tell y'all. Your girl was in here like the queen I am. That's who I thought I was in that moment, and tore my hammy. Tore it. It popped. And baby, let me tell you, that was the worst pain. Like, I cried. Like, I was crawling to bed crying, because what? I've never had that pain in my leg before. That shit hurts. But I no longer feel that pain. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. And I took my hour-long walk today, and I had a vibe because I had my headphones in, which my other headphones, my dog chewed up, so that's why I didn't have any for a while. So I finally had some headphones to accompany me on my walks, and I had an amazing moment in time. And yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow, and I'll leave y'all with this now. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. everybody's journey is not going to correlate or even look remotely how yours looks, even though you met in the same circumstances, or whatever the case may be. Everybody's journey is different, and we all go through those gut-wrenching, heart-breaking just moments where you feel like you need somebody, but like sometimes you don't. Sometimes all you need is yourself and your handy dandy notebook. And I am going to show y'all all the notebooks that carried me through these journeys. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Oh gosh. And this isn't even all of them, but it's definitely a great bit of the past 4 years of my life. It's all written. So there's going to be so many things that I can share with people, and even with myself, just reflecting and just seeing how far I've come. Because I was just telling somebody, sometimes I'll be forgetting, like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate, a lot of the accomplishments or a lot of the things that they've accomplished for themselves. Sometimes you forget, even though you could be in the moment, which I'm making it more of my duty to really, really live in each and every moment, to really be aware in each and every moment, so that I could really feel like, like I'm accomplishing things, like I'm really moving and shaking. I'm not moving too fast, I'm not moving too slow. I'm doing what was destined for me, what's God ordained, and that's the only way I can move. I can't move any other way. So yeah, just really being in that moment, yes, we're present, we're here, yes, but like really honing in on that moment, like taking a deep breath and being like, okay, we're here because, yeah, when I look back, I'm like, okay, a lot of people probably didn't see it, but once that light in your brain be like, girl, have confidence, like, get it together, like, you're good, you're great, so show the world and don't be afraid. So yeah, yeah, that's it. Day 2, it's a wrap. Love y'all. See you tomorrow.
All right, here's to the end of day 3. And I told y'all earlier, I ate at the end of, like, as soon as the sun went down around 7. That's my dog acting crazy. But yeah, to touch final bases on the humiliation ritual that I personally experienced, and that I feel like was a humiliation ritual, just because I didn't end up in a mental insane hospital. I didn't end up in none of that bullshit. But it was almost like the people around me, like, flipped. And that was the weirdest thing I had ever experienced in my life. Like, granted, people really don't, like, I'm not always around a lot of people all the time. So I don't really give people the opportunity to, like, do that, especially, like, having friends and them calling you your best friend and all this. No, I never did that. Like, that's a homegirl, we're cool and all that, but, like, anything else, because I don't know how genuine you are until I know that you're genuine. But yeah, like, I don't even know how to break it down the way that I felt, but I know that there was a lot of tears, a lot of breakthrough, a lot of anger and rage. And now that I have a moment to really like dwell on and sit on some of these things, it's just kind of coming all back around. Like, y'all really did me mother dirty. Like, wow, like I really did me dirty. It's crazy to think, because the kind of person I am, like what do I have to gain from doing people dirty? Like, we're all in this together. And that was my whole thing during that whole time, like building a team, like meeting new people and all the whole blase bullshit. Like, bruh. But anyway, so now we're fast forwarding here, 2025, first month of the year, after a full moon, doing a 3-day fast, which was incredible, by the way, except for the day that I decided to take vitamin D on an empty stomach. Other than that though, like usually people would be like feeling withdrawals and like moody and all this, and like I was chilling. Like, I had a really great time. Like I said in my other clip, I more than likely will be doing this every week for the next 7 weeks, just for personally bringing in what I want to bring in. And I even showed y'all like all my journals and stuff and everything. Like, I've been writing this stuff down for years. And I don't go around telling people and, oh, look at me, I'm doing this. And like, that's kind of how social media is. Like, you got a lot of people out here being fake gurus and not even really living how they living, or living how they talking. And it's disturbing. And that's probably a lot of why I feel like I have imposter syndrome, because it do be some of the things that I want to talk about and do. But I feel like, oh my God, so many people doing it, and they're going viral and they're doing this, and they have to sit and eat in front of the camera to show people that they're doing it. Like, nigga, we do this. Like, that's really what we're doing behind the scenes. So, yeah, that is the 3-day fast journey. I showed y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how I look before and then after. Like, now I don't feel personally like it's much of a major difference, just because I've been like working out since last year and just like changing my eating habits to kind of prepare me for this moment. Even though I did a cleanse, that during that humiliation, I was not eating meat. I wasn't eating heavy foods. I was eating a lot of fruits, vegetables, soups, like broths. And I was sweating tremendously. And that's been my main goal, is just to like sweat a lot. And yeah, so that's the end of day 3, y'all. I'm finna go steam my face and call it a night, even though I want to scream. But my dog's running around and he needs to sit his butt down. I guess he feels the same way. So thank y'all for just tuning in and watching, and I hope y'all get to be a part of this journey where I take myself to the next level, because it's my freaking turn now. It's my turn.
Here is the before and after.
No privacy, baby, please don't have to make. Come give me your way.